Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be reacting to more David Bowie. We're going to be checking out 3 of his songs today. The first is going to be The Man Who Sold the World, then Aladdin, Sane, and lastly, Heroes. If you're new to my channel, this is now my second time ever listening to David Bowie. I checked out the full Changes One Bowie album, and man, listening to that album was like entering a new universe. There were so many differences in David Bowie's style, his songwriting, the way he arranges his tracks, the melodies he opts for. I could list like 15 other things. I'd encourage you to just check out that previous reaction. As somebody who just loves music for music itself, David introduces so much novelty to this world, but also has a lot of fun melodies and music, so it just happens to be different and good, and I think that's just the best of both worlds. A huge thanks to Gord the Reliable for requesting these songs today. If you would like to request some yourself, you can always click the first link in the description box below. But without further ado, let's jump into it. Already the panning, bass in the middle, this like electric in the left, acoustic in the right. Oh, what is that instrument? The one where you like, it's all the ridges and then you take the stick and you... What is that called? Can you see what I'm talking about? Within 20 seconds, there's been like 50 different things. Let's pull it all the way back. We passed up on the stair. Even the effect on his vocals. Although I wasn't there, he said I was his friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time. I'm getting overstimulated. There's so many things I want to point out. And you just have to trust that I hear as much as I can, because communicating it all, it's going to make this reaction like 4 hours long. You died alone a long, long time ago. I know, not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold. And returning back to the intro. What a unique arrangement. I laughed and shook his hand and made my way back home. I searched for form and land. For years and years I roamed. This is not at all an equivalent, but like, work with me on the analogy. I recently did a Billy Joel reaction to, I think it was 52nd Street. It was the album with Zanzibar on it, and like the way that I took in Zanzibar is sort of the way that The Man Who Sold the World is now affecting me, because there's so many goodies in that song that I like. It is just a lot all at once. For years and years I roamed. I gazed a gazeless stare at all the millions here. We must have died alone a long, long time ago. Love that melody. Who knows? Not me. We never lost control. Your face to face with the man who's on the wall. Man who's on the wall. What does this song mean? Wow, I love this instrumental section. This is the third time we're hearing it now.
Who knows? Not me. We never lost control. Your place to place with the man who sold the world.
Whoa. Whoa. God, the vocals are just taking me over now. Tumbling drums. There's so much going on. And why am I so shiny? That's better. Dude, I don't know, because I love the melody in this song, and I have so much to talk about, and, like, I noticed so many things. There was probably, like, 80 distinct tracks on this song. That has to be a record of some sort, right? Unless you're, like, comparing yourself to the likes of Jacob Collier, who has, like, 300 tracks on any given song. Do you need that many? The age-old debate. I mean, dude, David Bowie put all of those tracks to work is the thing, because I was able to notice all of them as they were appearing, sort of like groundhogs, like they appear and then, or is that groundhogs or hedgehogs? One of the ones where you do the whack-a-mole and they just keep appearing, like didgeridoo. No, that's something different. I'm thinking of the Pokemon. Diglett? Anyways, it just keeps feeling like they pop up one after the other, and like trying to juggle all of them in your mind is like an impossible task, at least on a first pass. But what they say is the average amount of things you can keep in your access memory is about 7 distinct ideas at any one time. So as I'm hearing all of the things introduced, you know, something gets let up and I hear 7 different things, and then the other 7 that I previously was attending to go away. And I feel like I should probably just re-listen to this whole track and not say anything, just take it all in, because there is so much to it. Maybe the proper way is just to let it like subconsciously kind of marinate. But one thing I can say up front, and we'll just replay this track, is I love the melody, really cool use of all of those unique textures and instruments. The panning of them helps make it seem like a jungle gym in your ears. I guess on this pass too, I'll do my best to figure out the meaning of this song, but let's just run it back.
We passed up on the stair. We spoke of was and when.
Of was and when.
I wasn't there. He said I was his friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes.
Even when he brings up me and the friend, and then he refers to us, then you hear the second voice emulating the friend. How many of these little decisions are there in this song?
Was his friend, which came as some surprise.
Which gave us some surprise.
I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago.
It's so good. And it's so unique.
I never lost control. Your face to face
is just only in the right. And the bass in the middle.
I laughed and shook his hand and made my way back home. I searched for form and land. For years and years I roamed. I gazed a gazeless stare at all the millions here. We must have died alone a long, long time ago.
How cool.
Not me. We never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Who knows? Not me. We never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world.
Yeah, this song can only be experienced with headphones. You need to hear the panning of this. Because there's so much going on. All of those layers, man, literally haunting. Yeah, this song is so beautiful. Definitely one of my favorites from David Bowie that I've heard so far. Just down to the melody, but really all of the complexity in the arrangement here is like a major part of the appeal for me. I don't know, it's hard to like pinpoint a few things because there's so many things to make note of. I guess the last thing I'll focus on before we jump into the next track is just the meaning of this song as I interpret it. And I gleaned a little bit of the meaning too from the song title, The Man Who Sold the World. The idea of selling the world, that tells you that they will do anything for success, anything out of greed, sacrifice one's own integrity, their own identity in favor of success in the material world. And I mean, it's a tale as old as time, but any unending fixation on these fleeting things results in detachment from yourself and your identity. I don't believe that people whose sole goal in life is to accumulate as much wealth as possible are actually experiencing the world as was intended. And I know that's a very loaded statement because, like, what does that mean, as was intended? But I just know that you cannot live as freely as you would like, as uninhibited, as unaffected by the outside world if your fixation is on the outside world rather than experience, rather than being. I feel like this song is almost like calling out the versions of either the self that end up becoming more fixated on those problematic areas, or people who we meet in life, maybe they're friends of ours who we see them go down these more treacherous paths that invariably lead them to unfulfillment somewhere down the line. And it's not only that, it can be worse. There could be so many other negative externalities caused by their warped view on what is worthy and what is good for them. They could hurt others and justify it completely rationally because money is God, or success is God, or power is God. I mean, none of that is true. This is a beautiful song. Let's jump into the next one.
Watching him dash away, swinging an old bouquet, dead roses, sake and strange divine. You'll make it. Passion with bright young things.
Dude, oh my god, the piano arrangement.
Don't fake it, saddening with sandal strings. You'll make it. We'll love Aladdin, Sane. Battle cries and champagne, just in time for sunrise. We'll love Aladdin, Sane. Motors and
Aladdin Insane? Is that the pun? Not Aladdin Sane, Aladdin Insane. A crazy lad.
Sane. Motor sensational. Paris or maybe hell.
Oh, dude, again, the arrangement. I'm not gonna fixate on it, but it is so good.
Wait for Aladdin Sane. You'll make it. We'll love Aladdin Sane. Millions sweep a fountain, just in case of sunrise. We'll love Aladdin Sane. We'll love Aladdin Sane. We'll love Aladdin Sane.
Oh, it's so much with the saxophone and now this like these ambiguous darker chords. They're like happening at different tempos and rhythms too. The piano feels slower and polyrhythmic. And the bass right in the middle again. This sounds like Insanity, yeah. Dude, David Bowie just makes the craziest songs.
Love Aladdin Sane. Millions weave a fountain, just in case of sunrise. Love Aladdin Sane.
The madness, stop. Oh my. Jesus Christ, David. I stopped trying to understand and I'm just focused on experiencing this, because it is truly insanity. You could write soundtracks for horror movies. Nice little bright, a bright little smiley face period written on the end of the song. I can say that I understood melodically what was going on for like the first 90 to like 110 seconds, and then by the second minute things just devolved. There was a very stark, there's a very like distinct moment in this song where things just take a turn and we never quite return back to normalcy. And I guess that is an example of what might happen in the mind of somebody going through maybe a psychotic break or on the brink of insanity. And once that event horizon has been crossed, now there's no telling what's reality, what's fiction, what's nonfiction. Things just are the way that they are, far more chaotic and incomprehensible, even to the sane mind. Just take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I myself don't know as much about some of these like darker avenues of human psychology. For example, like people who go through like psychotic breaks for real or have schizophrenic conditions. I wonder what this song specifically is about, if there's like a different meaning that I'm missing here. I guess I'll just Google it. Give me a second. Okay. Google AI. Aladdin Sane is David Bowie's 1973. Oh, I don't want the album. I just want the song interpretation. Is a pun on Aladdin Sane. Okay, I'm glad I caught that. Representing Bowie's conflicted schizophrenic self, the American cousin to Ziggy Stardust, which we heard before on Changes One Bowie, exploring fame's allure and disillusionment and touching on societal anxieties about war, drugs, and impending apocalypse, all filtered through his American tour experiences and inspired by his brother Terry's mental struggles. The song and album capture the duality of stardom and the dark side of the American dream, foreshadowing potential global conflict with its dates, 1913, 1938, 1907, question mark. Huh. That has a lot more of a practical interpretation than I was expecting. And I guess you could view the American psyche in a lot of ways as an example of insanity. Like all of the different scares we've had, all of the weird things that us as Americans engage in societally. If it's not at the individual level, things bureaucratically end up looking a lot weirder. Like if you were to judge it on its face validity, things just don't often seem right. And it pops up in a lot of different domains in the United States. It's interesting that at the time of this coming out, David was able to see a lot of those things back then. And just given the changing of times and the new modern issues that we're confronted with, there are versions of that now too, but also some things that still exist. I still see a war on drugs. I still see people who are just bloodthirsty endlessly. And there's always some kind of impending apocalypse. Like for me, the biggest apocalypse was 2012. Then for many people it became 2016, and then 2024. I wonder what the next one's going to be. I don't know. If you look at life for with all of its ups and downs, there are so many downs that we could fixate on endlessly that would just drag us down. Really, every day is a constant crisis if you allow it to be. And unfortunately, a lot of the structures above kind of help prop that up. This song is crazy, but it definitely is a reflection as much as it is just its separate piece of art. Let's check out the last song here. So far, it's the easiest to comprehend song, easiest to digest.
You will be queen, though nothing will drive them away. We can beat them just for one day. We can be heroes.
Yeah.
Just for one day. And you can be me. And I'll drink all the time.
I drink all the time.
'Cause we're lovers.
'Cause we're lovers?
And that is a fact. Yes, we're lovers. That is that. Though nothing will keep us together, we could steal time.
Just vibing along to this one.
Just for one day.
Almost like a Bruce Springsteen, Johnny Cash hybrid vocally right now. There's like a hypnotic feeling to this song. It just keeps you going. Very trance-like.
Just for one day.
Dude, he's getting to that place in his voice, just letting it fall apart with emotion. Just for one day. It's a beautiful song. That gives hope, right? You have the power to overcome, but you can still be there for yourself as your own hero. Or we're getting a fade out. It appears that way. Dude, David Bowie is something else. I feel like I went to that other place again during this reaction where my brain just, it like shuts off, but in a way it just keeps going because there's so much to process all at once. David just does not let up musically at all. And the thing is, it's not only just the arrangement and the music and all of the good stuff that we talked about, it's the lyricism as well that just like creates this immense ball of energy, and you're like picking off all of the individual solar flares off of this song sun and trying to like identify what's happening here, and then you'll see a bigger flare on the other side and you're like, hey, let me peek around the corner and see what's going on. And it's usually just something else impressive that David is doing, or something more emotional or visceral. Dude, I don't even know what to say about this last one, because it almost, weirdly enough, felt like a palate cleanser from the first two tracks that were really crazy and all over the place in a lot of ways. But I think it takes like a simpler song like Heroes to show all of the layers of David and not just put him in an unattainable, completely isolated category as an artist. That may be the case too, that David just exists in his own world without any other artists near and around him in terms of style. But when you have songs like Heroes that makes the leap to David more, let's say, palatable or accessible, then the average listener, the average audience can discover some of his stuff. Because if you think about like the music discovery process for yourselves, often you probably discovered one artist that you truly love, you deep dived on their full discography, and you asked, well, I did it all, is there anything more? And you'll usually find artists who are related to that place, maybe collaborations that have existed, but some way, somehow you will expand your current library. I feel like with David, unless you start with David, it would be hard to get to him without a few steps removed. So that actually piques my curiosity. Let me know, how did you guys discover David Bowie yourselves? Did you happen upon him initially? Did you find him through a roundabout way? Did a friend directly recommend him to you? I'm very curious. That kind of stuff always intrigues me, because for me, my discovery of David Bowie was through my reaction channel. But man, these were fun. I think my favorite song today melodically was the first track. In terms of like the arrangement and chaos, it was the second track. In terms of digestibility, it was the third. And outside of the chaotic arrangement that we had in the second track, I think I would still give the arrangement medal to the first one as well, because I feel like there were so many unique instruments that all more complemented one another rather than created that more intentional dissonance like Aladdin's Sane. But yeah, those are my perspectives. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you'd like to request more David Bowie, like I said, you can use the first link down below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.